So in today's video, what we got going on is we are wrapping up the Honda swapped all-wheel drive B-Series Turbo El Camino. We have the mirrors that we still need to paint and install. We also get the seats back from upholstery, and we go on that first Maiden voyage. And if you want an opportunity to win this car, hit the link down in the description below by the time this video is over to get your chance to enter. So let's get started.
And now, you're watching the super important and super serious difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea channel of YouTube. Welcome to BodeVision.
So what is up and welcome, and thank you so much for joining me yet again on another video. So back on the El Camino, the Honda-Mino, El Chapo, we are making progress to get to that finish line, and that finish line will be got to at the end of this video. So the thing that I want to start off with is we just have these mirrors. I prepped these out weeks ago, but then in Florida we had a 2-week cold spell where it was like in the 40s and raining every day, and I know that's probably not as cold as it is where you are, but that's too cold for me to want to paint, especially knowing that it'd be 70 degrees here in a couple of weeks. So that time is now. The weather's came around. I don't need to do anything crazy with these. I'm just gonna go Honda Championship White. We have a Honda color on this Chevy El Camino because it has the Honda motor in it. So that's just a cool little thing that I wanted to do along the way, and I think that adds to it. So let's go ahead, get the base coat mixed up. We're gonna run maybe 2 coats of base, 2 coats of clear. We don't need to overcomplicate it. Let's just get it laid down, get it knocked out, and let these things dry and figure out what else we need to do to get this thing done once and for all. Alright, so we got the mirrors done up. Now the thing is I had to get these done to finish putting the car back together. Oh goodness. What the heck is going on over here? So I had to get these done in order to get the car put back together, because something like this, you got to do certain things in a certain order. So what I'm saying is, like, the door panels couldn't go back together because this section needed to go into the door panel, so the mirrors needed to be mounted first. Now that I'm thinking about it, I put the other door panel on because I didn't need to worry about the mirror because it did not have that cable, but I still need to be able to bolt that mirror on. So now I got to go a couple steps backwards and pull off that other door panel, which at the end of the day is really no big deal. It's just, as you're building stuff like that happens, and it is what it is. But it's not going to be hard to pull off the panel because I was the one who built the panel, I was the one who installed it, so I know exactly what needs to happen. It shouldn't take much time at all to get that sorted. So let me put this blanket on my workbench over here, just so that way I'm not putting these on the hard table. These should be pretty dry, pretty good. Overall, for just getting these knocked out, they look good. I'm happy with them. You happy with them? we got the mirrors on. Everything is really solid with that. In order to get the mirrors on, I did not know that we had to pull the glass out. So that was a little bit of a pain, but that's just how it goes as we are wrapping up these final things. So we went mirrors, glass, upper part of the door panel, lower part of the door panel. This side's 100%, that side's 100%. We also put this trim on over here. That is 100%. Now I have these little trim clips because I still have this trim that needs to go around the rear. Whoop, dropped one right there. But I have these brand new that I need to put on. So I think since we got the inside pretty much done, we are just waiting on seats. We also have some really nice sun visors that we got. Those will match the seats. Once the interior is fully put together, we'll look at some of that in its entirety. So we worked in the front, we worked in the middle. Now let's get this trim on the back finalized once and for all. That's what this video is about, finalizing everything so eventually we can get this thing ripping down the street. Alright, so at this point, we are still waiting on the seats. I'm sure you won't mind if I put a little time into something else as we wait. So we have the lack right here. We just finished the air ride. We got air ride front and back, did the whole system, custom shock install. One of the main things that I have been missing for this vehicle is the ability to roll up this driver's side window. But now I got a brand new window motor. Is this going to work for the car? Your guess is as good as mine when it comes to this old stuff, because a lot of it's cross-reference. People are saying DeVille stuff will work, and I don't know if it will or not, but hopefully it will, so that way I can finally close this window and not have to tarp this thing up every... That Volkswagen got straight rear. Alright, so we got the window motor knocked out on the lack over there. It was a little bit challenging for me to figure out what was going on because as I got the car, the motor wasn't even in there and I had to just figure it out from scratch. The easiest thing for me to do in a case like that is to take everything out, kind of lay it out, look at it, see what makes sense and how it works. I could also use the passenger side for reference, so that made it easy. So that is all good and solid. So what I want to do right now with the El Camino, El Chapo, since it's been sitting for so long, not sitting for so long necessarily, like not being touched, it's just I have not been focusing on keeping it clean. We've been working so much around it. The car has become filthy, especially since building out the interior. We had the glass out, we had to do a whole bunch of working around the car. So we just got to get this thing clean. Now that I got the trim on, the car is 99.999% done. The only thing that we are missing is the seats, which I am hopefully going to be getting later on today. So let's go ahead and get this thing washed up and 100% ready, so that way when we get the seats in, we can just be done and off to the races. What up, bro?
What's up, bro?
How you feeling, man?
Just like late in the movies,
Yeah.
just like in the TV show.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Always late into the night.
Yeah, man, it's good. All good, man. I like it now because it's a little quieter over here. So, dude, these turned out good. These look too nice for the El Camino.
There's nothing too nice for the El Camino. You
Right.
see that thing? That thing's sweet, dude.
Right. Yeah, man, I just finished it up. I mean, I washed it, dude, and you dyed them and everything.
Yeah, I'm letting this dry a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly, dude, putting them all together and everything, they came out really nice.
Yeah.
But since they were gray before,
Uh-huh.
there's some spots that are like high wear.
Yeah.
So do everything you need to do, and then if anything, we'll take those off.
Okay.
And I'll paint them with some acrylic paint under it.
Cool.
And then re-dye them, and then we won't have that problem. But they look really good.
No, dude, they look super solid. For CRV seats, these are some, I mean,
That's
dude,
the
they're
one
they're
thing
good.
that like putting them together that kind of sucked was like new seats have like blisters all over the place that lock in. These use like two little springs right here,
Okay.
so they were like kind of tough to like make them super like sucked in race car type deal. But dude, you put them in the car, they look great.
they look
They're gonna
super
awesome.
solid. They look really good.
Yeah, I love that material you picked out too.
Yeah, no, it looks good. And then going with this, with the
Yeah.
vinyl.
I know you wanted to go all the way up here,
Uh-huh.
like with the houndstooth.
Oh, no,
But we just kept it like
it
that.
looks good.
And then it just sewed up better that way with the, it wouldn't have looked good with the French seam up top there.
Oh, okay, no, dude, that's perfect. I had no even thought about anything. This is where the original pattern was, though, kind of, right?
Yeah,
so
but
it looks
when
good.
we marked it all out though, we had this also with the
and
houndstooth
okay.
too. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
no. I think that
But
looks nice.
when he sewed them all up, it
Yeah.
came out like that. I
You
like
guys
it.
always make. I feel like when I'm dropping something off with somebody who does the stuff, I'd rather have them take direction, take lead, and figure out what's going to be best. And it turns out better that way,
I
anyways.
fixed a bunch of foam on this thing too.
Oh, cool.
So it should feel like way stiffer.
No, it looks super
like
solid.
all that's new, you know.
Yeah.
So you should feel like a big difference.
And dude, that French seam turned out real good. That's what that's called, right? French seam.
Yep. That double stitch.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm super happy with them.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him in the car.
Yeah, I think it's gonna just complete it. So I gotta get back to the shop, get them thrown in.
I got some blankets we can wrap them.
Okay. Cool.
And then that'll work out nice.
So we'll get them loaded up, and then
Yeah, we'll wrap them up.
yeah, cool, man.
Wrap them up for you. I'll wrap them up.
Yeah,
I got
cool.
some blankets right here.
Everybody's gone. Everybody hauled ass.
Oh yeah, dude. You know, I'm always kind of here late on Fridays anyway.
Right.
Every day.
Yeah, exactly. Every day, Saturday. All right, let me. You one per? How you like to do
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I'll just grab them from you later. I got some
Okay.
tape, and we'll just tape them up.
Cool.
And sure enough, man, that dude came this week with that bike, and he's like, use this thing. And I'm like, well, that's what I need, another bike.
Right.
And I look really good. Nice. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But he hit me for the blue BMW, not being parked in the driveway. So he's moving in the driveway, bro. You know? Like, now I gotta.
All right, so we got everything loaded up. Super good. Came over here pretty late, but I'm happy to get them. We're gonna get them thrown in the old El Chapo over there. Berto, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate
Thanks
you.
again, man.
All right.
And until next time, I got some other stuff for you from probably the Cadillac and everything else.
Whatever you got, man.
Cool.
Bro, these things are they are just so good for this car, for what they are. I'm extremely happy with them. Let's just get it thrown in the El Camino. I don't want to wait any longer. I want to get these in the car so that way we can take this thing for its maiden voyage. Let's go.
Let's see what we got, man. See, the thing is, with this being a CRV, I feel like the track on the seat is kind of set forward because we'd have a whole nother row of seats on this relatively small car. So we can't go back as far as I would like, but honestly, with where my feet are right now, I feel comfortable. The steering wheel is a little bit far away. I could drop it down a little bit if I wanted to, but dude, ultimately, I feel pretty good. I'll lean back a little bit, but that seems cool. Also, there's a ton of storage behind the seats, which that's cool too. So I'm away from the glass. Got to get my mirror over here set up on the new windshield. And overall, how sick did the interior of this thing turn out, man? I know a lot of people say my LS swapped Honda Accord was the greatest thing that I ever built, but this interior is a lot more done up than that interior ever was. That was kind of just a stock interior thrown back together.
This is pretty much full custom. Carpet, seats, door panels, dash, looking super solid. So let's see what we gotta do to get this thing to at least drive around the block. I feel like I owe you at least that. A lot of people were saying they don't want to enter into the giveaway without seeing it roll. So let's get this thing rolling. So overall, Maiden voyage for this thing. What are some of my thoughts? Number one, the interior looks phenomenal. That stock Honda steering wheel, it is cool because it is the stock wheel, so it kind of makes people say, what's going on? But it is ugly in there. I think it'd be cool to get like a black Momo wheel with red stitching, or a personal wheel, or just something else that look a little bit better. So steering wheel maybe. Seat belts, I just completely forgot about them. They are in a box. I saved them for the CRV, so those will just bolt in, plug in. It'll even work with the dash where it says to plug in your seatbelt. And another thing is a tune. Although it drove, it did not drive great, but it did look great. I had to look back at the footage because this thing is so phenomenal. So we still have at least one more video on this thing, getting it dynoed and doing all of that stuff. If you want an opportunity to own this car, go ahead and click the link down in the description below before I change my mind, because I'll tell you what, this thing has really grown on me in the last few days as we are coming to the finish line. This El Camino would have never ever been back on the streets ever again. The floor was rotted, it was on the way to a junkyard, and now it has a second chance at life, and that second chance at life could be with you in your driveway. So go ahead and hit that link down below while you still can. It's in pre-sale right now, but I have a feeling it will not last long. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video, comment, let me know what you think, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out.